Today I'm here with Pink. Welcome, bro. Glad to have you on the channel, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad to be here, bro. Thanks for having me.
Just while we're getting started, tell me a bit about yourself. Like, where are you from? How old are you?
I'm Pink. I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I'm 14. That's really it.
That's really it. Damn, you're 14?
I just got done my third day as a freshman. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool to see, like, super young producers, you know, like, already seeing crazy success, like, especially like you. It's nuts, man. Is there much of a music scene in your area? Like, any local producers or artists that you're close with?
There is one producer. Name is Alo. Shout out Alo. He lives next to me. We haven't met yet, though. We just haven't really figured that out. There's not a whole lot of studios here, so, like, I'm not really sure how the music scene is. There's a lot of, like, local bands and stuff.
Right, yeah.
It's really big for, like, it's really big for bands, though, where I live. But not really for, like, rap and shit, like,
Gotcha.
you know, the stuff that we do.
Did you grow up playing any instruments or have any musical family members?
My dad has been a musician his whole life. He plays, like, guitar, drums, bass, you know.
Yeah.
He's in a few bands. Me, I just always been into music, but, like, I never really did any music stuff. Now I kind of know my way around a piano, now that, you know, the FL Studio piano roll is kind of, you know, safe. Yeah. But, you know, I got my little MIDI keyboard here I can play some shit on. I can't play any instruments myself. My stepmom is in a band with my dad, so.
Yeah, same thing with my dad. He grew up being a musician, and him and his friends are all, like, in their 50s now, but they were in a band when they were in their teens and 20s. And they, like, brought the shit back together a few years ago, but he's still making music with them, which is cool to see. Next up, you kind of said this earlier, but when did you start making beats, and why did you start?
I was like 12. I stumbled across, like, Playboy Cardi type beats, like Pierre Bourne Playboy Cardi type beats on YouTube. This one specific one, it's like called like Fanta by it's a type beat by Black Mayo, bro. That shit actually got me like really into producing just because of that one beat. I was just so mesmerized by it. So a lot of the old like big producers like, you know, Swaggy B, Black Mayo, all their beats, they all got me into like making beats really. And I was on GarageBand for a while just making melodies. I switched over to FL because my mom bought it for me. Because, you know, she saw that I took a very big interest in making music, and then it's kind of all it was. It was just I thought I would have fun with it, you know. But, you know, before that, I was on like mobile GarageBand, you know, putting the little loops together, just, you know, with my friends, just yeah, just making like cool little like projects and shit. So
and that's cool. Shout out to your mom for that one, like seeing you have an interest in it and getting it for you. That's super cool.
Yeah, she said like she would buy the $100 version, like the beginner version.
Yeah.
But I have to like really prove that I'm into it, and then eventually I think it was like last Christmas she bought me like the full thing because it was on sale. So
like the like highest package in FL.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What's the difference with, like, is that one a lot better than like I have the producer edition, like the second, just like extra plugins?
I guess I really only use Serum. Like I only use plugins that I get from other places. Like I never use stock plugins. Yeah. I guess I'm not really sure what you can do in Producer Edition. Can you like, I know that in the version I had at first you couldn't drag MP3 files or WAV files into the. That was annoying.
Default one. Yeah, that's like pretty much exactly like the demo. Producer Edition is like everything FL can do. It's just you don't get all their like plugins and shit. It's like the base one that people should get, pretty much.
For all you people out there that don't have FL Studio yet, get Producer Edition because it's all you need.
It's all you need, man. Do not get the $100 edition. I've had a few people DM me. It was like a year ago, and he bought the cheapest one, and he was like, "Why can't I drag shit into it?" I'm like, you gotta read what you're buying, man. Like,
yeah,
you can upgrade. So like, if you paid 100, you only have to pay another like 80 for the next one. It's not like you have to rebuy it fully. But yeah, it's like you can do more in the demo than in like the $100.
I was working on the demo for a really long time.
With the demo, so was I. I remember when I started, I would record, because you can't save beats. I would record them on OBS, and that's the only way I'd be able to listen to them after. Besides producing, do you like to do anything else, like for fun or creatively?
I mean, for fun, like I got my PlayStation 5. I'd be on that shit a lot. I just be playing video games. I got the new like Skate 4 pre-alpha on my laptop.
I got that too. Yeah.
It's so fun, bro. Yeah. I be playing that shit a lot. I like to hang out with my homies a lot. You know, go to their house and shit. I feel like I already have such a big hobby and interest in music that it's just like I don't really have room for anything else. You know.
Fair enough. So just like playing video games and shit like that. What
It's
do
just
you
like normal teenager stuff.
Yeah, exactly. What do you play on PS5? What's like your favorite games?
Honestly, bro, like Cyberpunk, I love that shit. Stray, I got that shit. I'm in that right now.
The
Fall
cat game?
Guys is fun. Yeah, the cat
Yeah.
game. Fall Guys is fun. Just got back into that like 2 days ago. Last of Us 2 is fun. I used to play all the like, the main games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, but I feel like I've like, kind of like done with that and I want to start playing like different games, the newer games. I really fuck with open world games a lot, so like GTA, Red Dead Redemption 2, love that shit. Favorite
Red
games,
Dead's
bro,
fire.
for real.
You've gained some crazy placements while still being in high school, so I want to ask you about a few of them, some of your biggest ones and how they happen. So first up, tell me about Astral Plane by Uno.
It was August, I think. I hit up Dream Awake because like I fucked with Unoverse 2 so heavy, and like I felt like Dream just had like this different kind of like flow. Like his all of his beats were just so different. And one of my homies like hit him up because like there was the 808 he used for most of his songs, like it was a spins, but we didn't like it sounded like a spins, but it also didn't, like it sounded hella different. So he asked him what 808 he used. He responded, and I was like, oh, so he responds, that's cool. A few months later, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. So I hit him up. I was like, let's work. He immediately responds. He's like, let's do it. Send loops. And I'm like, oh, bet. So I sent him loops. Literally the first pack I send, it's this loop called Famous I made that I had probably like my least favorite loop I ever made at that point. Like it was just the worst shit ever. And we were on a field trip. This was 8th grade. We were on a field trip. We went to a wash, and my phone, I had my AirPod in and I was running in the wash, bro. I had my white shoes on, getting my fucking shoes all like muddy. They got like completely submerged in the mud. That was really annoying. Anyway, I was running across the muddy, watery wash, and then I realized that my AirPod starts disconnecting, and I'm like, well, bro, what? And then I look behind me, and they're all like screaming my name. It's like pointing, and then my phone is down there. So I get my phone, wipe it off, and when I'm done wiping it off, I see the Dream DM, and he's like, we got one with Uno, and I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Yeah, so I mean, it was just like a horrible day. And I told Dream that too, that I was having a fucking shitty ass day, and then that came in clutch. And then a few hours later, the snippet came out, and I was just like, holy shit, this shit is crazy. But still, like, I don't know why it's like so many people's favorite Uno song, because like it's like his most streamed.
It's a really good song on that album. Yeah, it's his most.
Yeah, it's just kind of confusing because like it's a hard song. It's just like, I don't know. I don't really like any of my placements. That's just me though.
So was that the loop that you least liked? The one that he used for that one? That's great.
Yeah.
That's crazy how shit like that works out. Like the one you don't expect anything to happen is the one that ends up doing something.
Yeah. And that little lead that everyone tells me that they like, they're like, da na na.
Yeah.
I hated that. I hated that so much.
Really?
I was like tweaking. Like, why'd I add that? Like,
yeah, it's like something you think people would take out in the stems.
Yeah, I mean, I just yeah, I mean, it is hard. Like the song is hard. It doesn't got like millions of streams for no reason. You know what I mean? So I do fuck with it now. I've matured enough to actually like the work I've done.
Like me too. Like you're hard on what you make, but to someone else it might be, amazing or whatever. Next up, tell me about your song on Up to Me by Yeat, Let You Know.
Okay, so basically I hit up my boy because he had connections to Yeat when he had like 10,000, 13,000 followers really fucking early.
Yeah.
I hit him up. He gave me I hit my homie up. He gave me his email. So then me and Bread, like, I mean, you might know Bread.wave, like we're like, we're gang.
Yeah.
But we've known each other for like almost 2 years at this point. Like pretty much when I started, that's when we met. Anyway, we're just like locked in, and I gave him the email, like, I gave him that, and then we started just like cooking up on Discord like all the time. We met a new guy on my Discord server, Hudson Major. It's like me, Brian, and Hudson, like we're the trio for real. Always working together. And anyway, I met Hudson because he was like, he gave me and Bread's kit away for free. So we like, it was like, yeah. And then anyway, we became really good friends. I got him into my like collective. It's dead now. Like, don't even support that shit no more. Plutonium. We all just started like cooking on Discord. Like people were like sending me midis and stuff because I have a Discord server with like 1,300 people in it. I don't even know. And they were all just sending me midis, and I just kept on cooking on the midis. I was just making like random shit for Yeat. A lot of like died before. I think that's what. Yeah, died before type of shit. Nothing was happening, and then all of a sudden like both Hudson and Bread get perctivated. That song by Yeat, and I'm like, oh shit, bro, that's crazy. Like, congrats. You know, I was a little jealous myself, obviously. I just keep on grinding, and I'm working and I'm working. Still nothing. No Yeat placements yet. He keeps getting bigger and bigger, so like I'm just getting discouraged. And then Hudson, Bread, and Hurt Boy get another song together, Ain't Us, and I was like, oh my god, I'm never gonna get a song.
Yeah,
you know,
just think it's
like
not working out for
it's
you.
like, yeah. So I was just like, you know what, fuck it. So I just started like making like random shit that I thought was cool. Like the loop for Let You Know is called Club. I made Club, and then I made this loop called Secrets, and Secrets is like a part 2 to Club. But I made both of them just how I liked how they sound. I didn't make them for any specific person. I think I made like Secrets kind of for Destroy Lonely though. Like it was kind of like the more like Kaleko kind of chill shit.
Yep.
But then I sent it to him, and then nothing really happened. Like he cooked the beat, he sent it back. It was hard. I didn't really think much of it. Like it was just whatever. Like, actually, no, I didn't even know he made that beat. He sent back Secrets. Bread sent back Secrets on Discord. I thought it was like whatever, like it was just a beat, you know, like nothing crazy. But he forgot to send me back the Club beat. I go to my grandparents' houses in Sedona. It's like 4 hours away. All my cousins I haven't seen in like fucking like 9 years. I randomly wake up at like 9 a.m. My phone is blowing up, and then I'm like, bro, what is going on? And then I check the Instagram group chat with Hudson and Brett, and they just like they screen record the thing. Or no, sorry, no, that was before that. I got a text message that just said congrats Pink, and I was like, what? For like what? And they're like on the Yeat placement. I'm like, oh shit. So then, you know, long story short, I see that shit. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. You know, it goes on the album. That's that.
That's it.
Yeah, that's really how it happened. I just made that shit just cause I was kind of angry, like that I wasn't really getting anywhere with it. So I made it, and it worked.
Just had to wait your turn. You know, it worked out
Yeah.
for you, man. And now you got a few with Yeat now, right?
I got 2 released, 1 snippeted, and then 2 that are just like not. I mean, they exist, but like
Gotcha.
no one's heard them yet. You know, just because people are being like, yo, we got one Yeat. You know.
Yeah. I know that one that was on his archive page with J Dollar. That one's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
You got
MIDI for that, for J Dolla's MIDI, is the same MIDI for like a Can song. PROD, Bane and J. I forgot the name of it, but it's the same MIDI. That MIDI has been used like a million times and got placed with big artists. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, MIDIs are super versatile, man. Like some people might not even be able to tell that it's the same MIDI, right?
Yeah. No one is told. I mean, no one has been able to tell. Yeah.
Yeah. The last one I want to ask you about is So Much Cheese by Summrs.
That one was probably the simplest one of them all, actually. I'm gonna start from the beginning because there's a big backstory to it. So I was on Instagram like really long time ago. I mean, obviously I was a producer, you know, but
Yeah.
it wasn't that long ago. But my homie Nico posted a beat you know, like a bunch of beats on his Instagram, and I was like, bro, this shit's hard. Send me the FLP for this. I'll try to get it placed. I had Destroy Lonely actually hit me up randomly with his email, so I was like, oh, I'm finna send that to Destroy Lonely. So he sent me it, and I didn't really like the FLP after I listened to it for a little bit, so I just scrapped it. Came back months later, not to the FLP, but to the same loop, because it was a Barthow loop from Adapt 3 bank with Synthetic and Barthow in the loop section called Crossed. The loop was called Crossed. It was so much more complicated than So Much Cheeses. It was like whole big thing. All I took from that loop was the like you know, the main thing, and then the bass. But the thing is, in the actual stems, no one used the bass, or Hudson didn't use the bass. So, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I just sent that loop to him because Hudson had gotten Ghost Glocks, and he got connected to Summrs through Ghost Glocks. So he was like sent it to him, and he actually told me that was like his least favorite beat in the pack. Like Hudson said that he didn't think that would have been placed, so he put it last in the pack. end up getting a place and being a big song, and that's kind of just how it was.
Same thing again with like the Uno one. Like least favorite one, don't think it's gonna happen, and that's the one they always choose, man. It's weird how it works.
I fucked with that loop
liked it,
a lot. He liked the loop. He didn't like his drums.
Right.
I liked his drum set. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, that beat's hard. I love that beat.
I got a Swae Lee placement a little while ago. It was kind of crazy how I found out about that. I mean, my homies, they like, Brad, he said that he just got a Swae Lee placement. I was like, well, that's fire. And then like months later, I'm on FaceTime with Hurt Boy, and we're talking about how Brad got the placement like with him, because it was with Jax, Hurt Boy, Brad, and me, but I didn't know I was on it. No one told me I was on it. Like, they all thought that they made that from scratch, but it was my loop. Like, they just forgot. But then, yeah. I mean, and then, like, I got a phone call from him, and he's like, oh, yeah, bro, that's definitely your loop. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's crazy.
They just all forgot. That's funny.
Yeah, they just, like, because, I mean, Brett didn't know. Like, he just did the drums, so, like, he wasn't really focusing on anything else. Because they made it in the studio, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. So
yeah.
That's unreleased?
Yeah, I have a snippet for it, though.
Yeah, that's cool. Hopefully that gets released. That'd be massive.
Yeah, I'm not sure whenever that Swae Lee's gonna ever release an album ever again, you know?
Yeah.
It's been too long.
It's been a very long time. Are there any producers or artists that you look up to?
I look up to all my homies. I really feel like I do. And then like Pierre Bourne, he was the one that got me into producing. Starboy, Out of Town. I feel like just like the like main names, you know? Like,
yeah.
Honestly, the only artist that I haven't worked with that I really want to, and that I've always wanted to, is Playboi Carti and Lil Uzi Vert. I think I've worked with like all my other like checklist artists. It would have been so easy for me to do that when him and Yeat were doing that, because a lot of my friends just like got them so easily. Mm-hmm. You know, guys that so super talented, but like not even near like Lil Uzi Vert at all. Like, right. You know, it's far connection, but they got connected through Yeat. Yeah, it's hella really good for them.
I mean, it could happen again, right? You never know. Next one we got, do you have any future goals as a producer?
I want to get a song with Playboi Carti for real. Like, that's like all I've ever wanted. I guess like recognition. I don't even know. Just like, I know numbers don't matter, but like they kind of do.
You just want to grow.
I really just want to grow. Like, I just want to get more placements. I want to get more attention. All that. A little greedy.
Yeah. It's a good thing to be a little. You know what I mean? Like, you got to push yourself.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, exactly.
If you couldn't use FL Studio, what DAW do you think you would be using?
Logic Pro, probably.
Logic?
Yeah. It's because it's most like GarageBand. I'm familiar with GarageBand. So I think that would just be easy.
You wouldn't go back to GarageBand?
Nah. GarageBand is too limited.
Yeah, fair enough. What is your favorite 808 sound?
Oh, let me actually go to my 808s real quick. I think it's that one that's like I don't even know the name for it, but it's like the plug one that's just like, bro, I can't think of a song. Oh, it's in like Real 6 by Yeat. That's like the only song I can think of right now. That's my favorite 808.
I don't know it off the top of my head. I know the song. Send it in Discord. Mexico Dro 808, some shit like that.
Pretty overused though, that's the thing.
It is very overused. Do you have any plans after you graduate high school?
College, but I don't actually know about that because I went to LA this summer. I made like so much happen in 4 days. Like, shit was crazy. Met a bunch of fucking big people that, I idolized for a while. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I'm trying to move to LA the second I turn 18. And the thing is, I'm not about to go to college in LA because that's too expensive.
Yeah,
there's
not worth it.
Yeah, I think that's just what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna, as soon as I graduate, I got nothing on my plate, just gonna get all my money and go.
Once you move to LA, it's like, yeah, you said in 4 days you did so much. Like, if you lived out there, imagine what you could do in a month. What's some advice you would give to any producers out there watching this that are trying to grow?
Be unique, definitely. I know everyone says that, but like, seriously, like, figure out your own sound, do shit that no one else has done, the opposite of what people have done. Just kind of go crazy with it. Like, make something new, make people want to come back to you. Be consistent. Don't just disappear out of nowhere. And make connections with a lot of people, because a lot of people will respond to you. And you just don't know. Another thing is, personally, I've never done this, but like buying labs from a bigger producer, that's definitely a way to get connected with them. I know a lot of people that have bought a lab from someone and then they fuck with them, so they just like lock in with them. That happens with me. People that buy labs from me, I fuck with them, I lock in with them. It's really, that's a good thing that people can do to get, networking Really, like, placements matter a lot more, you know, as time goes on. Like, placements really do seriously matter. Your talent definitely does, but like, if people are not like, when I go to somebody's Instagram page personally, I don't go to their beats, I go to their placements just to see what they've done, you know. Because that says a lot about a person. So y'all rack up those placements. Yeah, definitely a really good thing to do. Be respectful. You know, don't be annoying. There's so many annoying little producers out there that just hit DMs nonstop. Don't be like that. Be unique, consistent, all that. Oh, and don't burn yourself out. It's a really big thing.
Really big.
Do not burn yourself out. Yeah.
Definitely
One more thing.
Yeah.
Always keep your head up. Like, discouragement and disappointment will come, but like, you gotta just, you know, tough it out. Really, you just gotta.
You're the perfect example of it, right? Like, you say, like with the Yeat placement, you were like, you know, where's mine coming? My friends are getting it, and then, you know, just time goes on, and then shit works out for you.
Yeah, bro. Like, a lot of the time, I'm just like, why am I not better? That's just like, that's a lot of the shit I be thinking. Then I realize, like, well, I am better. Like, I have all this shit, you know, like, I have all these placements. People like me. It's like, so I guess just like, always keep your head up. Be respectful to yourself. Don't be cocky though. That's not great. Definitely be confident in yourself, because you will make it if you actually put your mind to it.
Pink, thank you for joining me today. Everyone make sure to go follow him. His ad is right up on the screen.
Thanks for having me, bro. I really appreciate this. Subscribe to PAX on YouTube.